Morning, guys. So if you're wondering why my sunglasses are so scratched, don't worry yourself, I got two.
Critter hunter.
I'm at the shop where we rent tanks, and yeah, Alex hurt his foot, so he's not coming with us today. So he called his friend to be our guide today, and I'm getting loaded up. We gotta get his gear, and then we're going to a secret spot that nobody has been, in like 2 or 3 years. It's still restricted, but me and Finn got permission.
Let's go scuba! I have so much energy. Let's get in the water.
What did you drink?
Nothing. I'm just full of energy.
You're just high on scuba?
High on life and music. Let's go diving.
Let's go. So this is our guide today because Alex is sick.
Yeah.
What's your name again?
Jeffy.
Jeffy.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna go to our secret spot, huh?
Yeah, we are.
We have to be low key for now. Can't tell you where, guys.
No, I already did.
Oh, all right.
I decided,
Spoiler.
screw it. Screw it. It's not like anybody else could go there, so why not?
Say sorry later.
I'd rather apologize than ask permission. Ask forgiveness than ask permission.
All I know is that you're allowed to put fishing nets, spearfish, destroy all the marine life, and get the catch and profit of it. That's okay. But taking pictures there apparently is not okay.
Yeah. It's kind of strange because it used to be the top location in the island. People come all the way around the world to dive, and the dive centers all went there every day. But now
We got access.
we got permission.
Very
and
exclusive. So just remember, guys, if you try to go there, you need permission. So we know a guy that knows a guy.
there's nowhere to
Okay.
park.
Yeah.
There's guards. So don't even try.
Yeah.
We're just gonna show you what it looks like. You're gonna make an episode 2?
I don't know.
Yeah, you're gonna
Probably.
You're gonna do
We
it.
already found the 2 octopuses on last dive. V octopus. I never heard that.
White
octopus.
V.
What the hell is that?
I'll put your photo on there.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Send me a photo. All right. You guys ready?
Let's go.
Yes, I am.
Okay, well.
You going too, wifey?
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
get-
the critter hunter.
You're the critter eater. Let's go.
Past the bridge and then.
It's not a bridge. It's a
have
pier.
some,
Up here,
ropes
yeah.
Pier, lying rope in the. It's on the seagrasses.
We saw those crazy nudies over there.
Yeah, we saw 2 new species on last dive, so
Yeah, nice.
very good.
So we're gonna, we're gonna go dive this pier in Bacong, and then
Don't say Bacong.
Here in Venezuela.
we're gonna go dive this pier in Ethiopia, and hopefully, well, our goal on every dive is
No,
to find
we're
a
in
new
Jamaica.
species.
We're in Jamaica.
Yeah, look at this guy.
Yeah.
You're making me want to go diving. Yeah, we try to find a new species, or new to us, that we haven't filmed before on every dive. And this is a new dive location that nobody's dove in 2 years that anybody that I've talked to. So hopefully we find some cool stuff.
For sure. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ready, Jeffy?
Yeah. Ready.
So we've been looking forward to this dive for a long time. And it's the San Miguel Pier in Bacong, and the locals call it the Utica Pier. And either way, it is a massive pier with countless pillars and tons of growth. The deepest pillars are at about 18 to 20 meters deep, and the sandy bottom has a little bit of rubble, but apparently it used to have a lot more rubble where the critters would hide. But I did find this critter. As you guys know, I'm writing a book about nudibranch species of the Philippines, so it's my goal that in every dive I find a new species, like this one. I have no idea what this is. I can't even find it in the book. I'll have to do a lot more research. But the good thing is, it's a brand new species for my book, so I'm gonna be able to use it. Definitely taking a picture of this guy and I'll include it. And eventually I'll find the name and some interesting facts about it. It must be a semi-rare one because of all the dives I've done here in Dauin, I've never seen this little guy. He's pretty colorful and unique. In fact, maybe he's a sea slug, I don't know. Does he have any little butt feathers? He's kinda got a little hump. Here's another nudibranch I saw, and I've seen this guy before, but I always kind of am fascinated by this one because although it is a nudibranch, you can see the butt feathers in the back right there and the rhinophores up front. He looks exactly like a common sea slug that I see here all the time, that I usually ignore because there's so many of them. It's really strange, like he's got the same exact colors, little warty patterns, everything, except for he has the naked gills in the back, aka butt feathers, and the rhinophores. Here is the sea slug I'm talking about. I saw it like a minute later, so I might as well show you to compare. This guy's not a nudibranch, he's just the sea slug. You can see no naked gills, no rhinophores. Heck, I can't even tell what way is front and back. So I always find that little guy interesting. And here's just one of the many pillars. I think I only explored about 6 on this dive. And then there's another new nudibranch species for me. Of course, this isn't new to the world or even other people in Dauin. This is just a species that I haven't been able to film yet. And it's really similar to a lot of other species that look pretty similar, but this one is just a little bit different. And actually, this one is pretty big, really easy to film. If I had to guess, I'd say about 3, maybe even 4 inches long. And he was just slithering around in the sand. I got some epic shots of this guy. He'll be a great little addition to my new book, if I ever get it finished. I don't know about you guys, but nudibranch and sea slugs and flatworms, they're always so fascinating to see. They're always the perfect little subjects and a favorite for underwater photographers and videographers. Nudibranch and sea slugs have a cult following. I mean, there's whole forums about them, Facebook groups. You guys can find nudibranch lover Facebook groups, and it'll have tons of members. I mean, you don't see Facebook groups and forums and, chat rooms all about sea slugs on land. Yeah, these guys are just awesome. So here's another species that looks similar, and I saw it like a few minutes later, but it's not the same species. It's also some kind of flavolina nudibranch, but yeah, a totally different one. And this guy was kind of getting caught in the currents. It was pretty currenty down there. This is probably 15 meters deep. And this guy had just crawled down off of a pillar and was crawling around in the sand. Again, another great find and addition to the Project Nudibranch. And I think I'm well into almost 100 now of different species. You can just see how much growth is on these pillars. And like I said, we probably only explored maybe 6 pillars out of who knows how many. This pier is really, really big. And even the pillars we did search, we only searched the bottom maybe 2 or 3 meters. you know, and then I look up and there's just growth everywhere. It's just all the way to the surface is so much hard and soft corals and hiding spots for critters. It would just take 10 or 20 dives to explore this entire pier from top to bottom. It's such an amazing spot for critters. This is a Harlequin crab, and I know what you're thinking. Harlequin shrimp are on our top 10 bucket list, but this is a Harlequin crab, and he's pretty cool. And the funny thing about this guy is he is huge, the biggest one I've ever seen. The ones I usually see are like the size of a $50, and this one was like almost the size of a baseball. It was massive, really cool find. And actually, on this dive, not as big, but we saw probably about 10 Harlequin crabs just like this. So now we're at the end of the dive, but before I end this video, I want to show you some clips that we got at this same pier last night, because there are also some incredible species, and it's a lot different at night. So let's show you that. This is a freaking huge nudibranch, or sea slug, whatever it's called. I don't even know where its head at, where its tail's at, whether it's going or coming, I don't know. I looked everywhere for rhinophores or something, and I honestly could not tell what was the head and tail. But it was super colorful, really awesome, and huge. The biggest nudibranch I've ever seen for sure, hands down, and about the size of a dinner plate. It's not a new species for me. I've seen quite a few different ones, although this one's a little bit cooler color than the normal ones I see, but it's such a great find anyway. Now this is a new species for me. It's one of the coolest nudibranchs I've ever seen as well. I can't believe I've never seen this in Dauin or Bacong or Zamboanga. It is one of the coolest and most unique nudies I've seen in a long time, if not ever. I mean, I'm starting to see why there's such a cult following for marine sea slugs and flatworms and nudibranchs, because just look at this guy. I mean, where in the world could you ever see something as alien as this dude? Look at all those textures and those colors, the blue on top of his warts, and even his butt feathers in the back, like on top of a mountain. It's such a weird freaking species. I mean, I guess I know why land slugs aren't that popular. They're not this cool. You imagine seeing this slither across your car? This is basically a snail without a shell, and since they evolved into not having shells, they had to make their bodies cool looking. This is gonna be a huge hit for my Project Nudie, and hey, I might even make him the cover, because this is one of the coolest ones yet. Oh, and there's another little Harlequin crab. This guy was a normal size, but since this night dive was our first dive here, I had to film more of these. And they're always hiding under tube anemones. So this is really bad footage because I wanted Finn to film it first, and I was just kind of overlapping and using his lights, not mine. Just kind of filming over his shoulder. But we sent the photo to a marine biologist, and he told us the species is a white V octopus. You're gonna have to go to Finn's channel though to see the good footage of this guy, because I really didn't get any. And here is a flying frogfish. This guy is just flying around on the sand, well, above the sand, I guess. And they're so cute how they swim. You don't see him flapping any fins or paddling or anything like that. He literally sucks in water and shoots it out the back to propel himself, kind of like a jet ski. And I'm trying to get him to land near my measuring stick so I can see how big he is. And he finally did. So it looks like he's about 1 centimeter long. Not the easiest little dude to film, and he's a little too active. And he's off again. I'm just trying not to disturb him, just trying to see where he lands, and then I see if I can film him some more. And eventually he kind of does. He was just sitting there on a rope. There's always ropes in the sand left by big boats, I guess. Let's see if there's any frogfish experts out there that can tell me what species this is. Is it an ocellated or spot fin or what? Either way, he's pretty cute. So this next little guy is also a new addition to Project Nudibranch. I'm not sure the real name of it because everybody calls this the Pokemon nudibranch, and I think you can see why. Or actually, more specifically, we call it the Pikachu. So this guy looks just like a little Pikachu, and we love finding them. And in lots of other episodes, I've showed you guys the white or clear version of this, and it doesn't quite look like a Pikachu, so we don't call it that. Maybe just a Pokemon one. But this yellow one has been really hard to find. In fact, it's the only one I have found. So, oh, it looks like he just smelled the fart or something and didn't like it very much. Did you guys see that face? Oh, that's funny. Nudibranch don't like fart smells, I guess. So that was a pretty awesome dive. That was the first time we've dove that site during the day. We did it once last night during the night, so we wanted to see what it's like during the day and night. It's pretty crazy. The deepest pillars were about 18 meters deep, and there's a ton of growth on them, a ton of cool stuff. And on today's dive, I didn't film that much, but I saw 3 new species of nudie that I've never seen, never on this channel. So that was awesome. What do you think?
I think one of the nudies you saw, I filmed in the last dive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the one I peeked at, like I was looking what we were filming at the beginning.
I don't remember.
But the other 2,
Yeah,
I have to
especially
look at your
that.
footage to see that.
Especially that big one. That was awesome. So happy
The
to find
spiky
it.
one with the
Yeah.
Well, we've seen that one a bunch of times.
No, but different species.
Oh, it's different.
Because I've seen the small one, and yeah, it's hard to explain, but I'm sure that's a different species. Because I just sorted all my nudie footage yesterday, and I don't have that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got. I'm sorting all my nudie footage that I've ever gotten Dauin only, and it's 88 species, different species. So I think I would have put together a book or something just for nudies of Dauin. So I think I got 3 more today.
Is
for
it gonna
sure.
be rated for 18 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on the inside, it's gonna be like, you have to be SCUBA certified, not because of nudies. All right, man. Thanks, Jeffy.
You're welcome.
We didn't find the Harlequins, but it was an awesome dive.
Gone. Yeah, they're gone.
I think they're gone. So they came here. You know, this used to be the most popular dive site in Dauin, along with Miguel Pier, and there was always Harlequins and crazy stuff. So he came with us because he hasn't been in a couple years, and
Since the pandemic.
yeah, before the pandemic, and like all the rocks, ropes, and stuff where the cool stuff hides are all buried in the sand.
Yeah.
So if you guys are wondering, we went to the normal spots and we barely found any rope sticking out and rubble. It's all buried in sand, the whole bottom. So it's really just the pillars that are full of life. Those are pretty cool still. But we only see the top or the bottom 2 meters.
We haven't even scouted the pillars.
Yeah, I look up and I'm like, oh my God, there's so much stuff. There's just no way to, you can't even, I bet like 6 dives you couldn't explore all those pillars. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Check out Finn's channel for the different species from this dive. See ya.